Hey folks, thanks for hitting the button to check out my video. My name is Lyle and this is Carlisle Projects. Just for information, Carlisle is a combination of my wife and my name, so shout out to my wife Karen. My name's Lyle, Carlisle. She has me doing a lot of honeydew projects around the house and some I do for myself, so I said to myself, let me film a few of them to maybe help some people out. They may be challenged to do these projects on their own, so I decided to start this YouTube channel to do that. This is my second video, so forgive me if I'm a little wordy or don't have the content that may help you out, so leave some comments below for if it can help in my future videos that I'll publish. This is nowhere near my full-time job. I'm going to do this as a hobby, just to try to help people maybe get the confidence to do these type of projects, because I enjoy doing them for my trucks and cars. So I just needed the boost or confidence to do it, especially on this project, which is an LED bar. I had just bought this truck, and I was really nervous about doing it, not putting the LED bar on or the wiring or anything like that. It was taking the tailgate off. So as far as the project's concerned, I want to send a shout out to two Pacific channels, Don's Life and Truck Ownership. Don's Life, I believe, is in Canada, and great channel. Seems like a great guy. His content's really good, informative, lots of good information. My wife might not like him too much because he has given me a wealth of wants for my new truck, and I've already spent a bunch of money that I shouldn't have. So thanks to Don, I'm probably in the doghouse. So Truck Ownership, same thing. He's got some great stuff too, so check out their channels, and you can get some good ideas for your trucks as well. So thanks to them. One more thing I want to point out is the shirt I'm wearing is No Limits. Drawings by Drawings by Trent. Check him out on Instagram and or I found him on TikTok. So I'm not a big TikTok user, but I use it because I follow a lot of stuff about I love dogs and stuff like that, but for some reason he came up on my FYP and has really inspired me. He's a young man with autism, and people comment and ask him to do drawings of certain things, and his talent is absolutely amazing and inspiring. And as soon as I saw him, I started following him, and I challenge you to do the same thing and go onto his merchandise store and support him and show him that, you know, what he's doing is important for all of us as well. Buy shirts, and this one is near and dear to my heart because we all have those challenges in life and whatever it may be, and always remember not to set any limits for ourselves, and try to tackle everything in life that you can. So without any further ado, let's get on to this project. And again, thank you for checking out my video, and hit that subscribe button and like and comment. Thanks. Let's talk about the install and where to get it. First, where to get it. Any major automotive retail outlet, I'm sure you can get it, but where I got mine was the GMC accessory site. I got it there for two main reasons. The first reason was for comfort level. I felt like that if it was on the site, it had been put through some sort of test regimen to be able to be endorsed by the GMC team, and been certified, if you will, to be able to be put on the site and sold underneath the GMC accessory site. It would give me a little bit more comfort feeling, and that if something went awry or something went wrong with the wiring and caused an error code, or something popped up on a dash with wiring, or an electrical error or anything of that nature, that I would be able to take it into the dealer and they could run some sort of test, or more willing to help me even though I installed it. than if I would have put any other brand and or light bar from another um, site on the truck. So that was the number one reason. The number two reason was I'm a member of the GM rewards program, so that enabled me to take advantage of rewards that had been given on points for buying the vehicle. And also, I've had numerous GM vehicles, and part of the rewards program for years. They give you points for buying accessories and servicing, and when you buy new vehicles, and you can accrue those points and use them towards more services and or accessories. I was able to use that to my advantage to when I bought the vehicle to take those points, and they were also having a 15% off sale. So with the 15% off sale, I was able to get that light bar for less than what you could get it for with a lot of the major online retailers out there anyway. So it was a win-win. So onto the install. Install simple. The hardest thing for me, both physically and mentally, was the tailgate. Getting the tailgate off. Everywhere I looked, it kept telling you you'd have to take the tailgate off. I was hoping that you wouldn't have to, but you do. In fact, it worried me so much that up until the point that I got the light, I was going to take it to the dealership and have them install it. But how would that be challenging my limits, no limits, if I would have done that? So I said, what the heck? And thankfully, with the help of my lovely bride, thanks to her, thanks sweetheart for helping me out with that, she and I was able to get the tailgate off fairly easy, following the steps that Don's life and truck ownership lined out. Pretty detailed, and I do too here on this video you're about to see, to get the tailgate off. So one recommendation that I do give on this is do not try to take the tailgate off. If you're dealing with a GMC, I can't speak for others, but I can speak on the GMC, is get your significant other and or friend, neighbor, anyone to help you, because these tailgates are so heavy. Because the GMCs have the multi-pro tailgate, which is a tailgate within a tailgate, and what made mine worse was that it has a kicker sound system in it, which makes it even heavier. And when I say that thing's heavy, it is heavy, and I'm a big guy. Could I have wrestled it on my own? I probably could have, but why would I risk pulling a muscle in my back and or scratching the tailgate on my brand new truck? You shouldn't do the same. So get somebody to help you. It takes a second to pull it off. Once you get the motivation to do it and the bravery, it comes right off, and you set it down on what I did. I set mine down on a pair of sawhorses protected with a blanket, and we were good to go. So again, thanks to my lovely bride, I was able to achieve that goal. So once you get the tailgate off, the rest of it's just a smooth walk in the park. It's all, the light is hung with double-sided tape. You can use screws if you would like with the mounting brackets. Then it's a wiring harness that comes with it that makes it plug and play with the GM accessory site. I don't know about others, but with the GM accessory site, it comes with that wiring harness that is advertised on the site. I think with other sites you may be able to purchase additional, and or they may come with it, but with this wiring harness, you literally unplug the factory wiring harnesses, plug it into this wiring harness, plug the light bar into this wiring harness, and everything is factory seamless. So that you do not have to plug the light bar into your trailer plug. So it gives it a seamless factory look. And when this light bar is plugged in and working, I think it adds to the appeal of the truck, and it adds to the safety of the truck, because it is extremely bright. So if someone says they can't see you backing up and or stopping, they're telling a story, because it is very bright, and you'll see in this video. So thanks for checking out my video, and hit that subscribe button and leave comments below, and take care. So to show you what parts you'll need, of course, you need a tape measure, double-sided tape, electrical tape, painter's tape. I used this wood pencil as my gap for the mounts because it says 1/4 inch to 5/16, and this is a little over 1/4 inch, and it worked perfect above the metal part that you measure against. So it's almost like a jig. Zip ties, pliers to catch the zip ties, and wire loom wrap to straighten it up, and you should be good. Oh yeah, you also need a socket wrench and 1/2 inch socket to take the tailgate loose. It's also helpful to have a pair of jack stands, or not jack stands, sawhorses, to put the tailgate on when you take it off. So the way to take the tailgate out is pretty simple. It's pretty tight, so you'll have to pull it pretty good. But this is almost like a bushing here. But as soon as you align it, it'll come and align straight with that gap after you take that bolt out. But that will align straight. This will be just dangling. I put mine to the side inside there. And then you'll, on the other side, if you notice, everything's completely encapsulated here. So you're gonna have to get, once that side is removed, this side will slide that way, but you'll have to get it almost completely shut for the groove to meet up so that it will slide that way. Again, the same thing on this side. You're going to want to remove those and have them dangling off to the side. So to remove the tailgate, you've seen plenty of videos, but I'm going to try it a little different and not detach this wire that's going under there because it's hard to get to with a spare tire. And I also have the kicker speaker, so that makes it a little more difficult to. So all I did was remove the bolts from the side, and my wife and I lifted the one side to an angle. To meet that angle, pulled it this way, turned the tailgate more up almost to a closed position, pulled it the remainder of the way, and laid it down on my stands. And I have a blanket to protect my paint. So next step is to figure out the placement here. I'm hoping that I'll be able to work around without removing that wire. I really don't want to mess with that wire. Fingers crossed. So according to the instructions, it says that you light bar brackets need to be 1/4 inch to 5/16 above the metal edge or ridge, which I'm assuming is this metal ridge. And looking at other YouTube videos, that's what it looks like. So that's what I'm gonna measure. But again, I can see how this bumper is gonna be in the way, or tailgate. Fingers crossed. So what I've done, I think, to make a jig is I've taken one of my wood pencils, everyone has, and it's actually 7.2 meters, which is right in between 1/4 and 5/16. So that should put me right where I need to be. Okay, what I've done is I used the double-sided tape. As I said, use my pencil for my jig for spacing of 1/4 inch to 5/16. couldn't do it there, and I was afraid to measure from here to there because of the inconsistencies, maybe from the plastic or the carbon. So I placed my others, and I did the same thing with this and that with tape, and they held pretty straight because this is a strong light bar, and that's what I used to hold it straight. So hopefully that'll work and the tailgate will close without hitting it. Fingers crossed. Well, luckily it worked. Tailgate does not hit and works. So I have a very, very small opening. I hope it comes through. So now it's time to wire. Okay, according to the instructions, it's pretty detailed. It says disconnect the plug that is between the rear bumper and the frame rail. So there's my frame rail, spare tire, and bumper. So it's this one. So if you release that red tab and that little black tab below the red tab, you press that, that thing slides off like butter. You don't fight it a bit. I'll do it on the other side. Now, connecting these two quick connects, it says to make sure that the passenger side will have a green wire located between the black and white wires, and the driver's side will have a yellow wire connected between the black and white wires. So if I look, there's the green, and there's the black. It's pretty self-explanatory. You have a male and a female. It's gonna go into a male and connect up the socket. So looking, just slid right in and it snapped right into place. And the same thing on that plug. So now we'll do it over there. So we did the same thing on this side. They unplugged. Remember to pull the red tab out and press it in, and it'll slide out like butter. And it'll quick connect. See that red tab? Slide it out, press that button, it'll slide out easily. Remember to make sure to press that red tab back when you slide it in. Same hole strip here, except it's not a red tab, it's a black. It'll snap in. And then we'll take this and I'll zip tie it all up and clean it up after I do the last step, which I believe is the next plug. I'm probably gonna wrap those wires a little more with some tape or what have you to protect it, and leave that fuse open. But we have to connect this to this and this to this. Okay, what I've done is I've straightened up those wires, put some loom on it, and wrap. Same here, but I did tape the reverse wire to make it nice and neat. Now I'll trim these up and then I'll run it under here. So looking under here, I want to make sure I stay away from here because my trailer hitch will go in there and may touch it. Probably zip tie to this, and get putting my box over into there. So just to keep everything away from weather, etc. So I had to have a change of plan. When you connect it up and do all your wires nice and neat, don't forget to run it under the exhaust. I did. So I had to unhook everything and redo it. But then I got to thinking, the black computer box is gonna be awful close to exhaust, and I didn't like that. So take my advice when you run it, run your box through this side of your frame rail, not against the bumper where I did. If you do, you're gonna have to get double set of tape. Luckily I carry a bunch of that, and it fits perfect in a notch from the factory, and it sticks really good. So you could do it there, and then my fuse is right there for it. So that's pretty good. I'll get some sheet metal screws, which have to be little because that's the bumper step. So I don't know if I will or not. And then I'll zip tie this to the bumper support. Show you what I'm talking about is, you can't see it, but in here is where I ran my box. Do it over in here if you can, to avoid what I had to go through. But I don't want to screw, because right under here is where that box is. So I zip tied all of them up to the other wires that are in here above the trailer hitch. Back to the harness over here. There's the Y split, keeping it away from the exhaust. And you saw the other plug. So we're good. So as you can see, they're very, very bright. I turn the turn signals on. You see how it does the left signal, the right signal, and then reverse. And look how bright that is. I mean, that's just, I don't know if the camera's doing it justice, but that's extremely bright. You can look how the whole bright driveway is lit up. Well, that's it, folks. Like I said, it was easy except for the tailgate. That was the nerve wracker. But once I did it and got it off, I was like, all that worrying for nothing. So it just shows to show if you set no limits, you can do it. So have the confidence in everything you do, and good luck with all your projects. Please hit that like and subscribe button so that I can see that all the time it takes to put the videos together is worth it, and I'm helping at least somebody out there with their projects and get the, I guess, the courage to take that leap of faith to do something on their own. It's fun to do these side projects, and whether it's with cars or some of the other things I do, or wood projects, etc., or little things around the house. So appreciate your support, and have yourself a good day.